Good morning and welcome to Newsfirst Prime Time Sunrise.
Hello there, a very good morning and welcome to Newsfirst Prime Time Sunrise with me, Shane Silva. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. MOU to be signed to provide a solution to the Indo-Lanka fisheries issue. Relief to be provided to those affected by floods. And US urges Syrian opposition to participate in peace talks. On to your stories in detail now. Minister of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Raj Senaratna says that preparations have been made to sign a memorandum of understanding with his Indian counterpart as a means of resolving the Indo-Sri Lanka fisheries issue. The minister made the statement upon his arrival to the island yesterday following his visit to India to discuss the issue relating to fishing between the two neighbouring countries.
The minister arrived in the island at around 11 p.m. last night. The Indian government has expressed its fullest support to any decision that will be taken in this regard. It was promised that the Indian government will extend the funds required to develop Sri Lankan fishermen as well. Those fishermen who are taken into custody are to be treated according to a structured process. We intend putting an end to the imposition of fines and prison terms and treat this matter as two friendly nations. We intend finalizing this memorandum of understanding shortly and signing it soon.
The Ministry of Disaster Management says that steps have been taken to provide the necessary financial aid to those people who have been affected by the inclement weather. Speaking to Newsfirst, Subject Minister Mahinda Amaraveera said that dry rations and cooked food was being provided to the people of the Polonnaruwa and Ampara districts.
Floodings have taken place in the Polonnaruwa and especially in the north central province. There have also been instances of dams breaking as well due to the flood situation. This situation has arisen in several areas in the Hambantota district as well. We have provided financial aid as well as essential items to the people affected in these areas. In addition, we also intend taking steps to repair and reconstruct the dams affected by the flooding in the near future.
The admission of Year 1 students to schools commenced yesterday.
The ceremony to welcome the Year 1 students to the Vidya Kirti Primary School in Niyadagala Humagama was held under the patronage of the Minister of Education, Bandula Gunawardena. This is a ceremony which took place at the Ashok Vidyalaya in Colombo for the admission of Year 1 students to the school. Meanwhile, another event was organized by Mahamaya College Kandy to welcome the Year 1 students.
The final rites of late Professor A.V. Suravira was conducted at the Borala General Cemetery yesterday. Professor A.V. Suravira, who was serving as the Chancellor of the Rajarata University, was 83 years old at the time of his demise.
Professor A.V. Suravira passed away at his residence in Yahampatmawata in Godigamuwa, Maharagama last Tuesday. Several top personalities visited the residence of the late professor yesterday as well to pay their last respects. The remains of Professor A.V. Suravira was taken to the Borala General Cemetery following religious observances at his residence. Minister of Culture and Arts T.B. Ekanayake expressed his condolences on behalf of the President as religious observances were conducted at the cemetery. The character of Professor A.V. Suravira is a great example for politicians at present. He was a humanistic and principled politician who had a very good understanding of power and the law.
මානවවාදී යථාර්ථවාදී දේශපාලකයෙක්.
The Ministry of Rehabilitation and Prisons Reform says that a report has been submitted to President Mahinda Rajapaksa on the state of all inmates in prisons located across the country. Now, to find out more about this report, we have online the Secretary to the Ministry, G.S. Vitanage. Good morning, Mr. Vitanage.
Good morning, Mr. Phila.
Now, what was the reason to compile this report?
Incident took place very recently at Bogambara. That was the reason. So based on that, we have given a report to the President on prisoners who received death sentence. 424 prisoners who received death sentence and lifetime, prisoners around 223.
Now, Mr. Vitanage, now how many inmates in total have been cited in this report?
223 lifetime prisoners and 424 who received death sentence.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Vitanage, for joining us this morning. In the meantime, a fundamental rights petition was submitted by the Vice Chairman and 3 other councillors of the Wattala Pradeshiya Sabha yesterday.
The petition was prepared on the basis that the Vice Chairman was not allowed to participate in the second round of voting of the budget reading of the Wattala Pradeshiya Sabha, which took place on the 17th of December last year.
We are taking this measure against the chairman of the Wattala Pradeshiya Sabha, Tyagaratna Alves, who used thuggery in this manner. We notified the highest of leaders of the party about this wrongdoing. So today we are compelled to resort to the intervention of the law as we did not receive the support of our leaders. Well, there you go. That's a look at Newsfirst Primetime Sunrise for today. Thanks a lot for joining us and hope you have a great weekend ahead.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.